Good choice. Reviews are a great way to help your business get discovered on search engines. As well as, they also act as a social proof to differentiate you perceivably as a better business than your competitors. So let's run a quick test to support my hypothesis. Let's just say you jumped onto Google looking for a landscaper and came across these three businesses. Purely based on the face value of what you see, what is your brain encouraging you to click on? Now, 9 out of 10 times, it's probably the one with the most reviews from the three that you see. And that's because your mind is perceiving that business to be better, considering it has the most happy customers. Safety in numbers, right? To emphasize this point further, statistically speaking, 93% of customers read product reviews before making a purchase decision. And that to me is an overwhelming majority. In fact, there is some independent research that suggests even a half-star rating increase translates into 19% greater likelihood that the restaurant seats will be full during peak dining times. So how do you get great reviews? Or build on existing ones? In most cases, it's simpler than you think. The first steps to doing it is ask. Customers do not mind being prompted for reviews after a purchase. And while some may ignore those prompts and a few others may, go out of their way to leave a review, there are still quite a few that will leave one if asked. Generally speaking though, most customers are strongly motivated to leave a review when they've had an unfavorable experience with your product or service. But asking for reviews brings in a more accurate representation of your entire customer base. So, where do you start? Now, there are several tools and techniques out there that one can adopt, which can help you build your reviews. But I thought I would go with some of the tools we use. In fact, one of the tools we recommend and implement ourselves, and which has always proven to be very effective for a lot of our clients, is a review management platform. Now, most of those platforms these days offer a complete automation of the entire process of either soliciting or responding to reviews, so that you can focus more on growing your business. So think of a scenario where you've just received a notification from your 3PL partner that the product has just been delivered to your customer. What if you can program a logic for a text to go out immediately after the product has been delivered, or even better, 4 to 5 days after your customer has received that product? Now, in doing so, you've just increased the probability of receiving a review because of two things. One, there's an immediate recall between the text and the product at the customer's end. And two, you just smoothen the entire process for the customer to leave a review. So for time-poor customers, all they need to do now is click on that link and follow the few prompts. Now, this process also works with emails. It works with kiosks placed at physical locations, your website, your social channels, etc. Although I've seen text enjoy a slightly higher conversion rate than the others. You can also integrate these review platforms with your CRM, so you can sync your existing customer database with it. So how does it work? It's quite straightforward, really. The links you share connect the customer to a review management platform, which in turn integrate with your Google My Business account or top review websites. When a customer enters a review or a rating, this gets pulled onto the platform and from there onto your Google My Business page. And there are several ways in which you can moderate the entire process. What you're essentially doing is you're starting to centralize your online reputation management. The other tactic you can adopt is to leverage your current social media channels. So while engaging with your audience, ask questions, discuss product benefits, repurpose existing positive testimonials, and then perhaps add a link to your review management platform. I've seen this drive a lot of reviews. It works really well, and if it's done tastefully and occasionally, it does prove to be effective. For example, let's say you are in the health and beauty space and you just ask your social media audience if anyone has benefited from the application of your product. Perhaps you could run polls or a contest to generate interest. Basically, trying to eventually drive this interest to that review management platform. The chief thing here is to constantly attempt to engage with your customer for feedback. People like to be heard, and that includes responses to reviews too. Google likes this too, mind you. So from an SEO context, answering reviews can actually boost your local SEO efforts. The expense of the review management platform subscription these days is marginal. So, if you ask me, the benefits of building a solid foundation for reviews far outweigh the cost. So, in conclusion, customer reviews serve as one of the best forms of social proof for your business. More often than not, online reviews are literally the tipping point where prospects convert into customers. So if you're not doing it already, it's time to give reviews the attention they deserve and focus on acquiring more customer reviews for your business. On that note, thank you for attending today's session. I do hope you've enjoyed this unique e-commerce adventure today and found some of the metrics that I've shared useful. We will be moving immediately after this to a live Q&A only for today as part of the session or in this conference. So if you got to drop off, that's okay, because I'll be available later at the exhibition hall, the virtual exhibition hall. Simply search for Export Accelerator and you should find me there, and I'll be happy to take any further questions. Alternatively, look me up on LinkedIn if you'd like to discuss any of the strategies I've shared in greater detail. Thank you for your time today and all the very best on your e-commerce adventure.